President, can of milk was 65 cents. What are you doing? 25, 45. Number one. Joe, people didn't need milk when I was president because we had the cleanest water. We had H2O, okay? And I think that's very special. Nobody has H2O. We had H2O, okay? That's a lie. Vice President, here's the thing, folks. Number one, saw the missile crash, Cuba, 1955. We're doing a lot. That's right. Well, excuse me, okay? When I was president, the alligators were doing so well. You look at the wildlife, alligators were eating in abundance. They were eating all the Kung Fu pandas, okay? And under Sleepy Joe, actually, I don't know if you could call him that. It's more like Dead Joe. Do you see? Is Joe okay? Can we get some help over here? Joe, are you okay? Joe? Question was 25 years ago, there was Dark Brandon. People, Kamala Harris. That's Joe Biden's husband. What's up?
Is no one offended by how dumb the Biden administration thinks you are? Like, the only people swearing up and down that Biden won are Biden's paid shills or paid influencers. No one, not even Biden supporters, are out here swearing that Biden won that debate. And this isn't a conversation about whether you like Trump or not. No, this has nothing to do with Trump. It's just that you can't watch that debate and still come to the conclusion that Biden is all there. The man struggled to put together coherent sentences the entire time. He didn't just stumble once or twice. No, he loses track of his thoughts mid-sentence multiple times. This is after he took a whole week off to prepare for a debate. As president of the United States, you have better things to do. You have more responsibilities than preparing for a debate. But to the people who still support Biden, why? And this isn't about Trump, so don't bring up Trump as to why you support Biden. Just out of curiosity, why do you still support this man, seeing how bad his mental state really is?
Very good health. I just won 2 club championships, not even senior, 2 regular club championships. To do that, you have to be quite smart, and you have to be able to hit the ball a long way, and I do it. He doesn't do it. He can't hit a ball 50 yards. He challenged me to a golf match. He can't hit a ball 50 yards. I think I'm in very good shape. I feel that I'm as in good a shape as I was 25, 30 years ago. Actually, I'm probably a little bit lighter.
Look, I'd be happy to have a driving contest with him. The reason I got my handicap, which when I was vice president, down to a 6. But by the way, I told you before, I'm happy to play golf if you carry your own bag. Think you can do it?
That's the biggest lie. It's a 6 handicap of all.
I was at 8 handicap.
Yeah.
8.
Never.
But I had, how many?
I've seen you swing. I know you swing.
Let's
not act like children.
President Trump, we're going to
Offended?
That he's allowed to come in through the border. They're taking black jobs now, and it could be 18, it could be 19, and even 20 million people. They're taking black jobs. And
on my way to the USA to steal black jobs.
Come in, Daquan.
Going for Daquan.
Okay, check this out. I just got word that they almost out the water. And ain't no way they coming over here taking our damn black jobs. It took us too long to get this black job. So, we got to protect our stuff, okay, y'all?
Roger that. Well, Keisha protecting the side window, her and Billy.
Okay, Billy. Billy down to help protect the black jobs. All right.
That's right. Billy here in the Mother Sketchin building, riding and dying.
Whoa. We hoping they don't come down to that, Billy, okay? All right, cool. Well, check this out. Last question. Who protected the chicken?
On my way to the USA to steal black jobs.
If you listen, you can hear the racism of Trump seep through. The term black jobs is the racism that Trump cannot hide. The last I heard is that there is no such category of employment as black jobs. We know he means low-income jobs, but a so-called black job is what Trump expects black and Hispanic people to occupy. No amount of practice in debate practice sessions can cover up who you really are. Racism, unfortunately, is a pervasive issue that cannot be concealed or eradicated through debate, and with Trump, his racism shines through like a lighthouse. The actions and statements of former President Trump reveal his attitudes toward different racial and socioeconomic groups. Trump thinks less of black people and Hispanics. My follow-up question, which they did not ask, would have been, so what is a black job?
Somebody put me on to where they had the Black Job Applications Act. Whatever website, building, Wherever I need to go ahead, drop a link, do something, because I need to know where these black job applications coming from. Because I know wherever this place is, it's lit as hell. Well, you got cats in there, dreaded and faded. Please, somebody tell me what he had.
To the black population is horrible, including the fact that for 10 years he called them super predators. We can't, in the 1990s, we can't forget that. Super predators was his name. To the black population is horrible, including the fact that for 10 years he called them super predators. We can't, in the 1990s, we can't forget that. Super predators was his name. To the black population is horrible, including the fact that for 10 years he called them super predators. We can't, in the 1990s, we can't forget.
Have you seen this?
Look, there's so many young women who have been, including a young woman who just was, and he went to the funeral. The idea that she was by an immigrant coming in, they talk about that. But here's the deal: there's a lot of young women who be by their in-laws, by their spouses, brothers and sisters, it's just ridiculous, and they can do nothing about it. And they try to arrest them when they cross state lines.
Thank you.
So this is Joe Biden's response the other night at the presidential debate to statements made by Donald Trump about the chaos that our open borders are causing in this country. Unfortunately, there's a lot of words that can't be said, and I had to bleep them out because, well, we're on a woke app, and I'm not a Democrat. So either way, this is an example of how utterly mind-fucked Joe Biden is. Did any of that make sense to you? It made none to me. And it didn't make any sense to the millions of Americans that watched him on stage that night. Have you seen this?
If Trump can't be our president, who gonna be the new president? Or y'all just gonna let them come and take over our land and take over our country? Huh? I wanna know, who gonna be our president? Because if I gotta step in, I'll sign up for it. I'll sign up to be a president. Or maid. I'll sign up for it. If Trump can't be our president, free that boy down the trunk. The reason why I say that, and the reason why I'm going to say that, is because when COVID came, he was the one that helped out with the community, with the black people, with people that was sick, stuff like that. I feel like, to me, he got my opinion. Free Donald Trump. He don't deserve to be in jail. He deserves to make it right for the USA, for the black American and the white American citizens. He have my opinion. I would say, free Donald Trump. I don't care what nobody said. Free him. Okay? A lot of y'all need to stop being on this shit, being on this phone and stuff, and let's make it. Y'all are a damn shame. Y'all do not give a fuck about American. Y'all don't care about the Republic and the damn Democrats. Y'all don't care. And they're not even the Democrats. It's really the Republicans that they want. They
know who is feeding Shamar all this political information. I want to know who done woke Shamar up. Somebody done woke it up. Who done woke Shamar up? Who done turned Shamar into Dr. Umar? Like, what's happening? Like, what's going on? Who done... What's going on? What's going on? Whoever telling him this information is not telling him the information correctly. Shamar got one more time to get on here and call it the United States of America. Y'all, what's going on? I mean, it's really a cold day in hell when Shamar get on here giving us political advice. What's going on?
You seen the part when Joe Biden said, "My son's not a sucker. My son's not a punk."
Trump said, your son's a crackhead, though. I don't like how you censor it either. I don't like how, I let Trump be Trump. Y'all censoring Trump and making rules and putting rules on Trump. It was so dry. No audience. People can't even comment. All this for Joe Biden favor. We don't like Joe Biden. And I think the government know that we don't like Joe Biden over Kamala Harris. You see Kamala Harris on the BET talking about some They Not Like Us with Taraji P. Henson was fucking jigabooning and cooning and tap dancing. Like we take advice from, like we listen to fucking Cookie. Like we listen to Yvette. We don't listen to fucking Taraji P. Henson for nothing. She's not nobody. We don't even respect Taraji P. Henson. Ever since she was doing that shit to Oprah and acting like she needed more money for her entourage, we don't give a fuck about Taraji P. Henson. She's a bird. She's an old bird. Now she's tap dancing and cooning. I mean, of course she get paid for it, but she's trying to give Kamala Harris some cool points. We don't fuck with Kamala Harris. Trash. Taraji P. Henson is trash. Who still watching BET anyway? Y'all still watching BET? I ain't watching. I seen the skit. I seen the TikTok. I don't watch BET since 2001. I ain't watching since Wonder System Park. Watching that shit. I think it died. I think he sold it in 2006. She was dead. Now BET is a white channel now. Now they're giving Tyler the award and she was pushing the culture. Tyler's so disrespectful. That little bitch is so disrespectful. But that's another note. Fuck her. It's the white channel, so of course she's getting white awards because nobody listens to Tyler. Tyler is trash. Her music is trash. Her water song is garbage. How she beat Tim's? That's a whole different conversation, but she's garbage. Nobody watches BET. Welcome back. The Big Bad Podcast. I'm your host. So, I seen the debate with Joe Biden and Trump, the geriatrics, these old ancient white men from the pre-civil rights era. Both of these old farts was born when black men was still getting hanged from trees, when the KKK ruled. Let's get into it. So, this election doesn't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean nothing. This is an election about what white man is going to rule again, right? Mind you, white, as a collective, they're deep. As individual, Germans, French, British, in America, they're a minority. They have to come together to be a group. The biggest ethnic group in America, by far, the black Americans. That's why they're catering to us. That's why they ain't mention Asians, Indians, Chinese. They ain't mention none of the people they gave benefits to a few months back, a year or so back. They got all the Asian laws and Asian rights and all that. They ain't mention the Jews. I mean, because the Jews control shit, so they ain't gotta mention the Jews. I mean, shout out to them. Shout out to the power, right? You gotta mention the Jews. They didn't mention nobody but black Americans. They didn't mention Caribbeans. They didn't mention Africans because nobody has the numbers. We're 50 million deep. That's what they tell us, but they lied. They control the numbers. We probably like 70 million deep, right? Only people that got mentioned in it was the black, right? Mind you, this election to us, so to white people, this election is about welfare because the government is white people's welfare. Without government, white people can't survive. Without government handouts, benefits, tax breaks, and uplifts and head starts and advantages, white people can't sustain themselves. Think of the history of Europe. Think about why they left Europe. They left Europe because Europe didn't give welfare. Italy wasn't giving welfare. Britain wasn't giving welfare. Ireland wasn't giving welfare. So they came to America for welfare. What is welfare? Welfare is when the government gives you things. Like the government gave them land. The government gave them the upper hand. Gave Europeans a new start. Because they was dying from plagues, parasites, rodents. Mind you, all the rats and roaches and mice came from Europe. All the sickness and diseases came from Europe, right? For them, it's about welfare. For us, it's about who's going to give us some crumbs, right? Who's going to have us share the least crumbs with these immigrants, with these Latinos? Because for some reason, when they mention us, they have to mention Latinos. Now, mind you, there is no Latino native to America. The only Latinos the government owe anything to is the Puerto Ricans. Puerto Ricans are the only Latinos that's American. Mexico have their own country. They shouldn't get no representation. Colombians, Brazilians, Haitians, Caribbeans, none of these people matter because none of these people are from this country. None of them should matter at all. So before I break down the role that black people play, let's break down who's the least racist, right? Trump and Joe Biden both have a KKK connection. Allegedly, Trump's dad was with the KKK. You know what I'm saying? But Joe Biden did a eulogy at a funeral of a well-known KKK wizard, Robert Byrd. So they both got a KKK. They both racist. They did a eulogy for a goddamn Grand Wizard. You don't get no more KKK than that. This motherfucker was a Grand Wizard. Then when Joe Biden was against desegregation, he got supported by the Mississippi Senator James Eastman that called us less than human, that we was an inferior race. This nigga have a whole history of deliberately hating of racism. He has not only is he racist in theology, he's racist in practice. He pushed racist agendas and laws. So people saying Trump is a racist, people say Biden is a racist. Let's be clear, they're both racist. Now, there are two types of racism. There's a racism where I want to be better than these people, I want them below me, but I don't really want to harm them so much, but I don't care if they get harmed. Then it's another racism that I not only though I think these people are beneath me, I think they're animals, and I think they should be harmed, right? The benign racist, the malign racist, right? Trump is more of the benign racist. I mean, of course, he don't want us in our space. You know, he stopped, black people from working at his establishments. He, of course, he said the N-word. Probably, I'm sure he said it. He was Omarosa as a puppet, as a token. He's 80 years old. I mean, there's no excuse for racism, but America is the tree of racism. The seed was racism. Everything that came from that seed of racism is now the tree and the fruit. The root of America is racism. So the fruits is going to be racist. Trump is a fruit. Now, mind you, Trump is a descendant of immigrants, German or whatever his father was and his mother was. It was like German immigrants. Joe Biden's an Irish immigrant. None of these people should be in office because none of them are really Americans. They don't have 5 generations of American in their bloodline. These people don't go back 5 generations. They don't go back to 1775. They don't go back to 1896. They don't go back to before the 1800s because these people are immigrants. They came here after the 1900s. These people are not really Americans, but they're citizens, birthrights and all that, right? We know how Trump is racist, you know what I'm saying? And we know he's a misogynist. We don't mind misogyny. Everyone's a little misogynist. Everyone's a little racist, right? Now, Joe Biden, on the other hand, he's a different type of racism. See, he's malign racism. He's a hostile racist. He was against, he was against desegregation. He was against black kids being in white environments and white neighborhoods and white schools. He was the reason why we had a crime bill. He the reason why, mass incarceration happened, 3-strike laws, and all that shit, right? The crack laws. And come to find out, his son is the biggest crackhead of all. His son is a crackhead, crack user, and all that, right? He's out here tricking with Diana Pagano from East Haven. Shout out to Diana, too. Diana, you call me Diana. Diana also toasts a great salad. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I know Diana, too. I know if you ever been on my other podcast, my older podcast, somebody on my podcast actually knew Hunter Biden. You know what I'm saying? We know these people. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Diana. Anyway, Joe Biden is the one that called us super predators. Called us super predators as we forgot, and Trump couldn't wait to throw that shit in his face. And why the fuck Joe Biden sounds so damn thirsty? The nigga was off, he was sounding thirsty, mumbling, he got his train of thoughts. The nigga belong in a goddamn old folks home where immigrant Africans who are doing the CNA work, you know what I'm saying, with fake licenses, need to be taking care of his ass. You know what I'm saying? Fucking him up. Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But the nigga sounded so dry. The nigga lost his wits. This ain't the same Joe Biden that we know. This ain't the same nigga who's calling us. Nigga sounded so goddamn dry. He's making me thirsty watching him and shit. This is like a goddamn ancient vampire that just woke up after fucking 1,000 years. And he needs some goddamn blood. This nigga sounding like dust. If dust could talk, it'll sound like Joe Biden. If sandpaper was a voice, it would sound like Joe Biden. This nigga sounded so goddamn thirsty. Joe Biden can't even finish a fucking sentence. He was skipping and buffering like America Online and shit. Skipping and jumping scenes in his fucking conversation like a goddamn scratch PS1 CD. Super Predators back in the 90s. He was the same niggas who was going crazy in the 80s who was behind the scene kicking up dust talking shit. No. He went from Bill Burr, white boy, to now he's this motherfucker's Mr. Rogers with Alzheimer's. This nigga he has Alzheimer's. He's losing his goddamn mind. He belonged in a home somewhere eating Jello. How could he be the leader? Not to mention he was racist and treated us bad, right? He the same one that sanctioned Juneteenth as a holiday, even though we've been celebrating Juneteenth. He gets that. You know what I'm saying now Trump had him a bed wench. He had him a mixed bed wench. So, I mean, you know, you can be racist and still fuck a bed wench because that's what racism do. Thomas Jefferson did it. George Washington did it. All them founders was rapists of black women. So they could be. So you could be rapists and still have black children because the fathers did it. The country was built on rapists having children with black women and being deadbeat fathers because they are the deadbeat fathers. They are the worst fathers. Pale-skinned men who have babies with black women, bed wenches, are the worst fathers historically because usually they get them pregnant and they leave them and ignore them as if it didn't happen. The real deadbeat fathers of America are the Poms. No one mentioned that part. No one mentioned how these people make mixed babies and no longer deal with the child. Like Sarah Soul, like Miracle. You know Miracle, the porn star, bed wench who hate black men so much. The ghetto gagger, like her baby father knocked her up and said fuck her and the baby. Like she should have, cause she's a piece of, you know what I'm saying? She's a piece of that. You know what I mean? She's garbage. You know what I mean? I understand the white man who do that to women like that. Cause she's an immigrant, bad wench. You know what I'm saying? White men should always treat bad wenches awful. I recommend it, right? Anyway, Joe Biden is way more racist than Trump. Because Trump is racist as far as preference go. He'd rather have white people on top. He'd rather deal with white people, be in white spaces. But he'll take pictures with Mike Tyson. He'll take pictures with, Roy Jones Jr. Rap people idolize him in the 90s. They put him in the raps. I mean, he was an icon because he represents wealth. Michael Jackson and all that. Trump is kind of cool with the celebrity niggas. I'm saying like that. Biden was never cool. Biden's whole intent was locking us up, throwing us. He treated us like animals. He treats us like animals, and he ignores us. And to this day, he ignores us. Even to this day, he prioritized Latino migrants and immigrants. You have the blacks that's homeless, but he giving these migrants hotels and thousands of dollars. They bringing in guns. Cocaine is at its low. Fentanyl is at its low. Who's bringing it? These people from the border. They're bringing in cocaine, drugs, and they smuggling and they trafficking women. And he also let Chinese people, traffic women. Because it's a big, go on any skip the games, and you'll find a bunch of Asian women being trafficked, being pimped. And they will never, ever have a big criminal ring with Asians because sex trafficking. Because if they did, they would have thousands, if not tens of thousands of Asian women and men being locked up because they do the most sex trafficking. Look up Skip the Games. It's the same with Backpage. There's a few black and white people, but most of them are Asian spies. Go to your local Asian spy. There's somebody there who is being trafficked and doing services, like on Dunkin' Donuts on Welly Avenue in Westville. Behind there, I went there too. They got a rim job. And think about this, right? Why Asians and Indians get to be doctors? They ain't contribute to nothing to medicals or science. We was the guinea pigs. Not only that, we pioneered, or the first ones to do heart surgeries, to divide twins, to eye laser surgeries. We was the first one to have, we was the first ambulance in America. We should have been, those should be black jobs. We should be all the ambulance, all the EMTs. We should be all the heart surgeons, all the laser surgeons. Those should be black jobs. But white people took our information, made schools of it, and they kept us out. Everything we do, they keep us out. So Biden is not just a racist. He pushes systematic racism on us. Mass incarceration, broke our families up, took our men, let these women run amok, single parent home. And he admitted to being part of the problem. Joe Biden admitted to creating super predators, what he called us super predators. He admitted that even though we are victims to who? He called us victims of society. We're victims of society because he is the society. He is the lawmaker. He is the reason why we are impoverished. He's the reason why we don't get no resources. He puts policies on our community that keep us in bondage, that keep us dependent, fighting for crumbs, that keep us dependent on the government, that keep us trying to find a way, to survive. He admitted that. He's admitted to manipulation the laws to keep us at a criminal class, at a bottom class. He admitted to making policies that keep us in poverty. And yet he still wanted to lock us up. So he designed us, set us up, and then he wanted to take us out of society, even though he admitted it was the government's fault. Even though he admitted that we are the victims of society. Who is society? White society. We are the victims of society. He admitted that out of his mouth. Instead of giving us help, he wanted to lock us up. When blacks had a drug epidemic, the crack epidemic, he wanted to lock us up. But now that his son have a crack habit, and it's an opium epidemic that affects white people. Now white people are smoking more crack and doing more drugs than black people. Now it's a national problem. Now these people need help. He don't want to lock these people. He don't like his own kind of, because he's still a racist. See, his policies is to destroy us, to break us, while he helps his own people, because all racism it's not really hate. See, racism is hate to people in the lower classes. You know what I'm saying? It's a distraction, because really America's supposed to be based on class, not race. But like I said before, in the Bacon Rebellion, they manipulated race to distract from the class, because a poor white man and a poor black man are the same struggle. The white man might get a little bit more, just to look better or feel better than the black person. But if you give them the same exact thing in the same circumstances, they're the same. Only thing difference is the DNA. But it'll be the same struggle. But the white government gives them a little more, because if they don't, this would be like the French Revolution, where the king had to get beheaded, where the whole royal family was dead. That's basically what's stopping us from having a revolution, because they manipulate white people just enough above black people that they're content. See, everyone's content being better than black. Everyone's content with cutting the line with black, but nobody is important than black. See, we control the culture. We did the most contribution. We have the most history here. You know what I'm saying? Nobody has a history. Germany don't have a history here. Like France don't have a real history here. Mexicans got a history here. Venezuelans got a history here. Like, they wasn't here in all the wars and all the events. We was here from day one. We was here before the days even counted. America became America in 1775. We was here before 1619. We was here thousands of years. The oldest mummy found in America was an African descendant. And people think that I'm saying that I'm not African descendant. No, that's not what I'm saying. Of course I'm African descendant. But I'm telling you is, though, the Africans were here before the Serbians, Native Americans, before the Red Indians. The Africans was here thousands of years. Now, I am an African descendant, but I'm not but which I confuse is waves of Africans. The African slaves was the last waves that y'all think we came from. Yes, we came from them too, but we came from the wave I said before. We came from the indigenous dark-skinned American, who was reclassified as Negro. Just like the Chino slaves were reclassified as Native Americans in Mexico. You have to learn reclassification to know who you really is. We was reclassified first as color, and mulatto, then Negro, then we became black, then we became African American, now we're back to black. But if you trace the lineage, do your paperwork, you know that if it said color or it said mulatto, you know that meant indigenous, especially from Virginia. My family's from Halifax, Virginia. That's not too far from Polk County, where when Walter Plecker was reclassifying natives as Negro and colored people and mulattoes. I'm a direct descendant of the Virginia plantations, right? Those plantations. So out of the two, I think Trump is least racist and least harmful, because even though, let's say Trump made white people more richer, right? He didn't bother us. And we was all getting money during Trump. Trump gave us the checks. I'm saying, now they're saying Congress passed the check. We don't give a fuck. It was during Trump time, and we all had money. We all killed the PPP loans. We got all that, right? I'm saying all types of money. It was flowing. It was luxurious. It was a marvelous time. Things was cheap. Things was low. Things was affordable. Rent was still low. I was paying $650 for my apartment. You know what I'm saying? A big ass 2 bedrooms. You know what I mean? It was crazy. This nigga Biden comes in. Not only is everything high, niggas is more homeless. People are facing more evictions, and he letting migrants get luxury hotels. He letting these migrant gang members from South America come in and run amok in all the Democratic cities amongst black Americans, right? He ain't sending them to the suburbs. He ain't sending them to rural towns. He ain't sending them to Wisconsin, Wyoming, where nobody really was populated at. No, he want to send them amongst us, because, he love throwing more rats amongst the mice. Let's say black Americans are the mice, right, of America, because we get the crumbs, we get the scraps. I'm saying we got to find a way to survive. Here they come bringing in rats from South America. Rats kill mice. rats and mice can't coexist, and they know this. You can't have a native species and an alien species coexist, especially when you get we not supporting the native species, when you giving the alien species all the resources and help. These niggas bringing in fentanyl, guns. They already gang members, and they come in here, raping women. They come in here lowering the cocaine, messing the cocaine economy up, messing the fentanyl economy up. It's going crazy. I mean, which is good for those who are into that. You know what I'm saying? I would have loved this time. This was back in 2010. I'd have loved the prices, but this is exactly going on. These niggas is letting other people and over Americans. Now Trump's saying these people are taking black jobs, and why the fuck is jobs still segregated? Black jobs. Black communities, wise things, and see, Trump is so racist in his mind. He's so old in his mind. The low wage jobs means blacks to him. Those are black jobs. Executive and manager jobs means white in Trump's mind. Ownership means white to Trump. He don't see us as owners. That's what I'm saying. Like, he can't even hide the racism. He can't hide it. And I would blame him because he's fucking 100 years old. Nigga, racism was normal in his time. His father was a goddamn associated with KKK. Nobody's more racist than motherfuckers from New York. New York white people are more racist than people in the South. These goddamn liberals and Republicans in the North are way worse than people in the South. There was massacres in New York City, race riots in New York City. It happened. They didn't hang motherfuckers. They was just massacring motherfuckers in the North. And what he said, Latino jobs? Trump. These are the Latinos. The fuck you mean? That's Latinos taking other Latinos' jobs? These are Latinos. Send all the Latinos back. Only Latinos who need to be here in America is the Puerto Ricans. Take the 14th Amendment away from them because it's not for them. We letting people who didn't fight for these laws and these benefits and these privileges get them over the people. Nigga, the 14th Amendment wasn't for Latinos and South Americans and Indians and none of them. Now, as far as taking black jobs, what black jobs? Old slave jobs? What, picking cotton, picking strawberries and all that shit? You mean them low wage jobs? Them jobs that's not in the sun where white people can't fucking... Nigga, what the fuck you mean low wage jobs, black jobs? This shouldn't be black jobs. Nigga, you know what black jobs should be? Everything we invented should be a black job. Nigga, we should be owning the cell phones. Nigga, we shouldn't have jobs. We should have industries. See, immigrants ain't robbing us for... These immigrants ain't robbing us for our jobs. White people in government robbed us for our jobs. Capitalism robbed us for our jobs. Nigga, we supposed to be building these, we supposed to be selling fucking cell phones. Not Apple, not Steve Jobs. He didn't invent the cell phone. He didn't invent the technology for the cell phone. He didn't invent the phone. Matter of fact, Graham Bell didn't invent the phone. Lewis Lattimore invented the phone. Shit, we invented the PC computer. We should be selling those and manufacturing those. HVACing should be our job. Refrigerated trucks. AC, all the security system should be black jobs. But no, y'all stole our inventions so we can have, and we shouldn't have jobs. We've been here long enough that we shouldn't be working still. We should be at the top of the economy because we invented everything here. We should be selling toilets. We should be selling boat engines. We should be selling gears to gear shifts. We should be selling game consoles. We should be all the heart surgeons. We should be the laser eye surgeons. We should be manufacturing brooms, mops, and all the tools that we invented during slavery. The jobs we're supposed to have is supposed to be from our inventions that y'all stole from us. We're supposed to own KFC. We're supposed to have all the chicken franchises. We're supposed to have supposed to be selling Jim Beam. Like, everything got stole from us is supposed to be our industry. We're supposed to have jobs. Immigrants are supposed to have jobs. Matter of fact, even those jobs, nigga, the reason why y'all benefit, Trump and Biden benefit from these low wage, these immigrants coming here because they do the jobs here, because in here, even though it's a low wage to us, it is high wages to them in their country. Those jobs, we can't survive off them wages. I'm pretty sure if those jobs were $50 an hour, $100 an hour, them jobs would be filled. There is no reason why a black American should be unemployed. There's no reason a black American should be unemployed and an immigrant should be employed. There is no reason why an immigrant, an Indian immigrant, a Chinese immigrant, any type of immigrant to have a house when you have homeless Americans. Indians are not American. Chinese are not American. Koreans are not American. Jamaicans are not American. Africans are not American. Germans are not American. Jews are not American. Cubans are not American. Haitians are not American. None of these people should be prioritized over the American. None of them should have nothing more than the least American. The least American should have more than any of them people I just named because none of them are Americans. And we don't care about them being born here and being citizens. They can never be American because they don't have the blood lineage from 1775, 1619, and beyond. Anybody came here after 1865 could never be an American. Irish is not American. Italian, these people are not Americans. These people are Italian is an Italian. If it's a fourth generation Italian, it's still an Italian. There's no blood, no roots, no contribution to this country besides the criminality that they came with, besides stealing. That's the whole Italian contribution to America. The mafia, the Costa Nostra. The Irish were the first. There was the second peasants here. You know what I'm saying? But they came to take black jobs too. It wasn't this ain't nothing new. Migrants coming here taking black jobs is nothing new. These ain't even black jobs. These are peasant jobs. But since they freed us, they didn't want us having no employment. So what they did was they let immigrants from Europe come here to take all the jobs and make unions against us. We supposed to be the carpenters. We supposed to be the electricians. We supposed to be the plumbers. We supposed to be all this. Lewis Lattimore helped invent the electricity. The ACD, you know what I'm saying? Electricity. We supposed to be the electricians. We supposed to be fixing everything. We built America. We built DC. We built the White House. We built Yale. We built Harvard. We built these things that we don't get the fruits from. White people don't take our jobs. They took our infrastructure and they take our industries. And not only did they kept us out of the jobs and the unions, they made vagrant laws. So if we didn't have a job, they could put us back in jail and get free convict leasing. Not only did Europeans take our jobs, nigga, they re-slaved us under a new name, under a new form. You should read the new Jim Crow. The motherfuckers slaved us again. We had jobs, then they gave it to immigrants, European immigrants, before the Latino immigrants, the Irish, the Italian, these we was fighting for. They came here, made unions, the whole unions to keep blacks out, you know what I mean? And attacked us for coming on work sites. And then they put us in jail for not having jobs. Just like Joe Biden made people predators by depriving them of rights and privileges and opportunities, and so people have to turn to crime. And then you arrest them. Y'all put cocaine in our communities, then y'all arrest us for it. I'm sure Joe Biden, just like Bill Clinton, made a killing of cocaine during the 80s. And then they made laws and passed arrest us for it, but they ain't arrest themselves. They ain't arrest Oliver North. They ain't arrest Ronald Reagan, who's behind the whole cocaine Iran-Contra scam. That's what I'm saying. These people are criminals. These people are not leaders. These people are criminals. These people have no ethics, no morals. These people are snakes. These are not leaders. These are not presidents. I won't be surprised if we get attacked from the outside. Then they're gonna get it. See, once we get attacked from the outside, this is the thing about our government. They don't know. They people so wrong that once we get attacked from the outside, we're gonna start attacking from the inside, and then it's gonna be like the falling of Rome. That's how Rome fell. Rome fell first. It was divided. Then outside people came in. Then it imploded in the inside. We were the original working class. You know what I'm saying? We were the original working class until they let the immigrants come in through Ellis Island, the Irish, the Jews, the Italians, and all them people. You know what I mean? All the peasants of Europe. These people was criminals. People was sickly. They had no jobs. These people were poor. The working class today, the people who are rich today, really come from poor people. And the only reason why they could get rich because America made the dollar up. America made people respect the dollar by guns. It's by force. They rich by force. They steal, and they impose their will on people. They're not talented. They're not smart or nothing. I mean, they're smart for having the systems they made, I'm saying. But once somebody discover a better weapon than America, it's over. America is being held by fear and by weapons because they know America will kill you and they will imprison you and they will force their will on you. These are the people that made slaves. They don't mind. White people don't mind making slaves out of people. They don't mind stealing and putting coups and infiltrating people. This is what they do. Empire evil. It ain't these peasants, I'm saying migrants. That ain't our problem. That's America's problem. But it's a setup though. Joe Biden's letting all these people win. In a year from now, when Trump come back in, it's going to be a lot of police jobs. And I'm volunteering. I'm telling on all immigrants. I don't care if you're Jamaican, Black, African. I'm telling on your ass. I know I haven't told nobody in my life, and I would never tell said this before, but I am telling on every immigrant. And I hope they pay me for it. I do it for fun. Fuck them. But I'm saying, my thing is, we're not going to pretend that a black job exists. These are not black jobs. These are low-wage jobs. And the thing is this, when we ain't got no low-wage jobs, two things going to happen. Either we going to boss up and burn this motherfucker down like we always do when we upset, or we going to educate and come from your white jobs, your office jobs, your cozy jobs. That don't really mean nothing. Y'all only keep us out with degrees. Degrees is nothing. College used to be free, but since we started going to school, they started charging us for college. Now, all of a sudden, we can't get in college because we can't afford it. But when y'all had it was free. Capitalism is racist. Y'all use money to keep us out. Money is the way to discriminate against us. Money is the way to segregate us. Money is the way to keep us from coming to certain statuses, because y'all just make money and y'all give it to y'all want to give it to and put people in positions. Nepotism takes our jobs. Legacy students in colleges take our opportunities to get future jobs. It's white people. It ain't these Latinos. We don't give a fuck about them. We don't give a fuck about them. Don't concern us. That benefits y'all. But what y'all trying to do is turn them against us, because you let more people win and they're going to be thankful to be here. And they're going to be the new police. They're going to be the new judges. They're going to be the new class of white that's going to look down upon us. We want don't you want reparations? We want the 14th Amendment taken back for everybody retroactively to 1865. That's only applies to black Americans. We want everything we fought for exclusively for us. We don't want to share our rights because they ain't earn it. They're taking advantage of things they ain't even earn. Why should a Mexican get the benefits for the 14th Amendment? Why should a Jamaican get and have a kid here have rights to the 14th Amendment? Why these babies get to be born here? Why they keep coming? They get to come across here legally, be born here and get benefits that we don't even get benefits for. They're trying to let immigrants get Social Security. That's insane. Why taxpayer money got to go to these immigrants? House these immigrants? Why tax money got to go to Israel? Why tax money got to go to Ukraine? We don't want to do. We want parts of none of that. We don't give a fuck about none of that shit that's going on in the world. All we want is our claim in society. All we want is our claim in society, and we want our money that we deserve. We want our land that we deserve. We don't give a fuck about none of that, none of them policies. If you want our vote, you got to give it up. We don't give a fuck about Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton. They could all be deceased as far as we go. They don't mean nothing to us. Roland Martin means nothing to us. Any Democrat don't mean nothing to us. Any coon don't mean nothing to us. We don't want nobody from a bourgeoisie class. We don't want nobody from no fraternities representatives, from no colleges, from no middle class representatives. We want the bottom to represent the bottom. We want everything we came for. We want all the access to free college. We want all our patents back. We want all our industries back. That's what we want, because we are the biggest ethnic group here. Now, you might Google it, you might say Germans are the biggest ethnic group. That's not one ethnic group. That's German descendants. That's mixed Germans, some pure Germans, but there are mixed Germans. That's not one group. We are the one biggest money-lifting group, and it's a democracy. That's why they catered up, because we are the biggest group. We the only ones that matter. We the swing vote. They talking a bunch of nonsense. This is the goofiest election we ever seen. It means nothing. No matter who wins, we want the same things. We want reparations. We want our patents back. We want our industries, and we want priority over non-Americans. Who are non-Americans? Irish are non-Americans. Italians are non-Americans. Jews are non-Americans. Chinese are non-Americans. Indians are non-Americans. Why is Indians and people from India getting these high-tech jobs when they ain't contribute nothing to technology? We built the PC. We built the cell phones. Why is Africans being the most educated in America? Why Nigerians are getting all these degrees? They're not black American. And for any immigrant that's in America that get any privileges, it takes from a black American. Fuck a job. They're taking industries from us, the degrees from us, college positions. I mean, we shouldn't be fighting for none of this anyway. We should have a VIP to everything. If they came from Ellis Island, there are immigrants too. We want priority. We want our proper right in America. We was here the longest, we did the most, we deserve the most. And we want gun rights, because gun laws is racist. Everyone had gun laws until we started getting guns. We want our gun rights. We started getting possession of gun charges, getting fires, getting federal charges. This is because we want all our gun rights too. We want reparation, gun rights, we want our industries, and we want priority over all these immigrants. And we want the 14th Amendment taken away from all immigrants. Retroactive to 1865. It only should apply to us. We don't want no more Europeans being American citizens. We don't want no more Caribbeans being American citizens. And those who here, we want them all sent back. We don't want nobody making $1 in America no more. We don't want low wage. If they speak Spanish, they speak a different language, we want them deported. Straight up. That's what we want. Everyone deported who don't speak their first language is not English, it's not American. Get them the fuck out of here. Get them the fuck out of here. Don't know. None of them deserve to be here. We don't want them here. We don't want them getting comfortable and disrespectful no more. That's what we pushing. Fuck, it's more than reparations. And reparations ain't just money either. Reparations is land. And reparations is getting money for as long as we was oppressed. It's getting education for as long as we wasn't allowed to read. We want full American citizenship in America. That's what we want. We tired of being second wage, low wage, the bottom class. All these whites get welfare. Whites get all the welfare. I ain't talking about just a check and the food stamps. They get welfare beyond that. They get subsidies. They get loans. Nigga, we want the same type of loans, same subsidies. Nigga, we want full access to America. We don't give a fuck about who's in office, but we definitely don't want Joe Biden in office at all. There's nothing a Democrat could ever say to us, ever. That's the same class. That's the same group. The Democrats is the home of the KKK, and it always will be. And they always act like that, too. You know, they ain't mention the gays. They ain't mention the LGBTQ. You know why? Because they don't matter. Because you know why? Because they still left or right. They're still white people. All that gay rights don't mean nothing because gays are still white. And they're still black. So the black's still going to be at the bottom, and the white gay is still going to be at the top. All that sexist shit, they ain't mentioning sex and all, and that shit matters either. Because the blacks are still black and the whites are still white. None of that shit matter. See, there's all distraction. All that homosexual shit that Joe Biden and Obama let in, that was just sexual deviant because that's their culture. Sexual deviance is their culture. They normalize sexual deviance. They're trying to normalize pedophilia, but that's on them. We don't care about that. That's their business. Now, Joe Biden says he's pro Roe versus Wade. Well, Jane Roe was a crackhead, dope fiend, alcoholic whore. She got gangbanged and she lied and said black men raped her, gang raped her just so you get an abortion. She lied. She was a whore. She was a drug dealer. Admittedly. So the whole Roe versus Wade thing should be thrown out too. Because it wasn't real. She was just like Karen Bryant. See, the legacy of white women are just lies. They just lie and cause chaos. She lied on a gang of black men just like Karen Bryant lied on Emmett Till. Got laws passed, got people harmed. Made us look bad. Stigmatized us as rapists and savages when we wasn't. So she could burn in hell too. Her and Karen Bryant both could burn in hell, right in hell. What I didn't like is how Joe Biden tried to act like Trump is some criminal. So what? He's a criminal. That don't matter. But what I don't like with Trump is this. See, Trump is kind of racist, though. He say racist shit, but he think he's bigging us up. Like he said that since he had a mugshot, the blacks have been supporting him even more. Like we all criminals. That's ignorant shit. People think that because he got a sneaker that the blacks, his popularity with blacks went up. That's nobody black bottom fucking sneakers. Trump be saying a lot of bullshit. But what Trump didn't do that we agree with, Trump didn't target us. He didn't target us at all. Now, he might have left us out of some shit, but we used to being left out. We came out of slavery being left out. We had our own. We know how to get our own. Just leave us alone. We'll thrive. Just leave us alone. We're going to thrive. We did it during segregation. We did it during Jim Crow. We did it during Reconstruction. Just leave us alone. Don't target us. We okay with that. That's how fucked up America is. That nigga, you don't got to give us nothing. We'll vote for you if you leave us the fuck alone. Don't target us. Don't put us in jail. Don't take our fathers. Don't take our children. We're fine with that. Let us do our own thing. Get your police out of the community. We're fine with that. There's no group in America that is fine that could do that. There is no group that could thrive on their own. No group ever thrives on their own. All groups had help by the government. They got loans. They got all types of programs. We're the only ones in America that could thrive without the government. The government have to target us. They have to bomb us. They have to run us off our land with KKK. They have to use eminent domain to steal our land from us. There is nobody in this continent, there's nobody in this country who went through eminent domain, who experienced the KKK, who went through slavery and got out and became 50% literacy in 10 years. No one did the miracles that we done. Y'all want to say foundational black Americans. I'm saying we indigenous. Foundation, it goes without saying. Of course we're the foundation of this country. We can't let them tell us what we want. We have to tell them what we want. This is the new black media. I'm part of the new black media. I'm a little different. I'm saying I'm a little younger than most people, and I'm a little more hip, and I'm a little more criminal minded. But nigga, I have valid points, and what I'm saying is valid. We don't want to fight for bottom crumbs no more. Reparations is not just free money. Reparations is to make us full citizens so we can compete in every category. The money opens the doors that we are locked out of. You know what I'm saying? But we need more than reparations. We need laws that make sure we keep our money. We need casinos to make sure we keep our money. We need not just banks. We need our own Federal Reserve to make sure we keep our money. And we only need 13%. We've been 13% for the last fucking 150 years. We need 50% of the economy because without these mass immigration or migration of immigrants, we'd have been 70% of the population. Think about it. If they have abortion, they ain't lock us up, they ain't give us guns, they ain't give us drugs, they ain't give us heroin, we'd have been like 200 million strong here. They deliberately manipulated our population with drugs, poverty, discrimination, benign neglect, police, feminism, racism, classism, bad food. They sterilized us, gave us syphilis, gave us AIDS, paint, plethora of things they did to keep us from prospering and having large numbers. Their whole thing is to keep our numbers low. Put Planned Parenthood in our communities. It's so much to keep us marginalized. But on top of that, they give us music, they give us movies, they make us self-destruct on top of that. They promote Sexy Reds, they promote NWA, they promote the negativity in music that brainwash children. They framed us for free labor. They put us in jail for free labor. The convict leasing. After they freed us, they enslaved us again under a different name. And to this day, every inmate in jail right now is considered a slave. We need to abolish slavery completely. There should be no way anyone should be a slave in America under no laws and no loopholes. We need all loopholes eradicated or exposed. We get nothing but the worst. The migrant problem is a black American problem because they're not in Wyoming. They ain't in Middletown. They ain't in Middle America like PA and upstate New York. They bring these motherfuckers right to us so they can be our problem. And we do something to them when we go to jail. But they do something to us, they're attacking police now. These third world these South American Latin people don't give a fuck about police. These are cartel babies. These are the people who the cops fear in their own country. They have no respect for this country. And Joe Biden letting them in. I hope one of them brings some of the best fentanyls, and I hope Hunter Biden finds it. That's a Big Bad Podcast, man. Like, share, subscribe. You got 5,000 subs right now too, so I'm just dropping music soon. I'm saying I'm a little behind, but listen, I know I was getting 5,000 subs so fast, but shit, I'm dropping some music real soon. I'm gonna put the instrumental on. I'm gonna start going live. I'm gonna start doing all that. We lit. We on. We out. You know, I realized somebody reminded me that we got so much culture that we even invented square dancing. Did you know that? My last video, I was talking about how the Crips and Bloods like they were square dancing. Coming to find out, that's literally part of our roots. Square dancing is ours too. We gave up square dancing like we gave up goddamn jazz and the blues. We are the culture. Without us in America, white people have nothing. They have nothing. We always have a habit of doing something and forgetting about it because it's get played out. But other groups like Latinos pick our stuff up and they run with it. Like breakdancing is corny too. It's corny. We got way more dances than this breakdancing. Breakdancing was just a small little thing of the time, but we got way more breakdances. We got way more dances besides breakdancing. Cabbage Patch, the Running Man, the WAP, the Pee Wee Herman, the Dougie, Cabbage Patch, the Cat Daddy, Chicken Noodle Soup, Harlem Shake. Nigga, we got old dances like the walk, we got tap dancing, we got the mashed potato, the twist. We ain't even know that. Like I'm saying, like even on TikTok today, look on TikTok, every day is a new dance, a new trend that we started. Like California alone has its own genres and own. They could battle the East Coast when it comes to dances. From pop locking, from crip walking, to blood walking, to Hoover stomping, to crumping, the West Coast got their own thing. The South got all types of dances. I'm saying that we forgot about the bankhead bounce. And this everyone has their own thing. And every state, every block has someone that does a dance that ain't go mainstream yet. Like we do so much that most things we do don't even make the mainstream. You have to be inside you have to know us to really get like that shit is or shit, his name is all basic McDonald's shit. It just makes sure people see. But to be of the culture, we know people at do their own little steps, their own little thing to it. We all dance differently, but they study us and they be robotic with it. They do things like it's all like you see these white girls and these white choreographies. They be doing things. It be like box cutter. They'll do the same type of moves. It's all the same type of step and timing. We don't do that. We don't dance in concert because we still got our individuality within a genre, within a certain type of dance. That's why we different. And shout out to Sinitra too. I told her I was gonna shout her out because she put me on to like, blacks actually, started square dancing. I didn't know that. So shout out to her channel. I'm gonna put it up there so you can see, because I'm saying anytime you give me information and I feel it's valuable, I don't want to take credit for it. I want to share it with y'all because we're a community and we give to each other. I don't want to be the one to take credit for things I didn't find out for myself. Do you know what I'm saying? So if you give me something in my comments and it's a jewel, I'm gonna put it up there. America has no culture, it has no music, it has no style, it has no, nigga, we make all the fashion pop, we make all the food pop, nigga, we are the blood of this culture. We are the blood of America. By far, we're the most inspirational. Without us in America, America would be dead. It'll be dry. It'll be third world Europe again. It'll be Ireland again if it wasn't for us. It'll be like 1500. It'll be like 1300 Spain. Busta Rhymes said the same exact thing, and we all like kind of turned our back on Busta Rhymes for saying America have no culture. And he meant America sells all our culture. I'm not saying what he's saying. I'm saying Black America itself only exclusively gave America culture, not Caribbean and not Latino culture. That shit means nothing in America. We could do, first of all, before we knew what a Latino and the Caribbean was, we was doing fine. We had culture, we had the blues, we had gospel, we had everything already without them. They don't bring or add nothing to it. The whole America could do without Caribbean influence and Haitian, I'm saying Caribbean and Latino influence. Not saying nothing enough from Latinos, but I'm just separating from what I'm saying from what Busta Rhymes saying. So what I'm saying is true. What he's saying is a lie. Caribbeans didn't create shit or invent shit, or America didn't steal shit from them. Caribbeans came amongst Black Americans and tried to add a few spices, but this is a motherfucking cake. This ain't a goddamn jambalaya. We don't need spices on the goddamn cake. So whatever y'all added is the minimum. We don't need or want that shit into this right here. Cause this over here is already established. Y'all got to partake in this. Y'all can't really add to this. Think about it. What have they added to it? What have any Latino or Caribbean added to American culture? That's so game changing or so remarkable. Nothing. They don't add, they participate. They leave their culture. They drop their culture. They drop their accent. They drop all that shit. And they don't speak their language sometimes. Sometimes Puerto Ricans don't speak Spanish no more. Sometimes the Caribbean, you can't tell the Caribbean sometimes unless he say he's Caribbean. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, they ain't even musty no more after a generation. Nigga, they shower, they get our haircuts. I mean, don't get me wrong now. Dreads is coming back, but dreads is not even a Jamaican attribute. Dreads been here before we knew Jamaicans was, people had dreads. Dreads always been here, so but we give it to them. But they don't add. See, Busta Rhymes lied. What I'm saying is real. American, the world, not just America, the world takes from us. The world. But in all fairness too, Jamaicans do influence Caribbeans, and they influence Africa a little bit. Afro beats kind of bite them in us. I'm saying not them alone, but but we could do without Bar Marley. We could do without Shabba Ranks. We wouldn't need none of that. We don't need Don Omar. Like it doesn't do nothing for us. We don't play that shit. You know what I'm saying? White people try to be, ethnic and different in culture, so they play it. They get my little, but we don't give a fuck about that shit. Busta Rhymes said America has no culture. It takes some Latino and Caribbean. Nigga, shut the fuck up, nigga. No, nobody cares about none of that shit. It takes from the Black American, and we also give to the Caribbean and Latino. We influence them. We influence the reggae. We influence reggaeton. We influence how y'all dress and y'all style. That's why y'all come here and y'all talk like us. That's why y'all come here and move amongst us. That's why y'all come here in our proximity, because we influence y'all. Y'all don't influence nothing. You know what I'm saying? We influence civil rights. We push that envelope on so many different levels: political, arts, education, revolution. We does this. That's why Marcus Garvey had to come here and told Ja to kiss his ass, and he moved to Britain after he got banned from here because he said y'all wasn't shit. Y'all always want to quote Marcus Garvey, but you never want to say the fact that Marcus Garvey told y'all Jamaicans to kiss his ass. We are the pot that makes everything melt. We make it cool for white people and Latins and everybody can meet and have a conduit to communicate and dance and have music. The Black American does that. The European culture doesn't do that. European culture, white American culture is very exclusive. It is very white. It don't like other people inside their spaces. Black American is the melting pot. Even though we get left out, we just a pot. But we are the pot that everyone comes in to mesh and meld. Can mesh and meld together. You know what I'm saying? Like our culture brings everybody in America. Our culture makes everybody American. Think about it. We are the template for Africans as far as how to conduct yourself, how to dress in fashion, as far as hair, as far as vernacular, as far as style. The Latinos copy us too. Even Mexicans copy us. As far as low riding, as far as chopper bikes, as far as our music, they copy our culture. Europeans been stealing from us and copying us. Without us, there will be no cell phones. There will be no cell phones. There will be no PC. We contribute to the railroad. We contribute to the helicopter, to the airplane. We contribute to so much. Without Black Americans, this world will still be in the 1500s. We are the superhumans. We just the better people. Our culture influences other people to the fact that they don't even know that we influence them. South Africans don't even know that we influence piano music. They don't even know that's house music, influenced by R&B. People think that Afro beats is his own genre. People think that reggae, dancehall, and reggaeton is his own genre. Like we didn't inspire them things. People are so stupid. Like we got so many dances that it's time stamped. Like certain things get old and get played out and we drop it. Everything we drop, these scavengers come and they pick it back up as if it's their culture. Like with square dancing, that's not white culture. Banjo music is not white culture either. Country music is not white culture. Fucking breakdancing is not Latino culture. Hip hop is not Latino culture. Rock and roll is not white culture. Jazz is not white culture. House music is not Latino culture. It's not African culture. It's all Black American culture. They did scavengers, everything, but they keep it alive because we don't give a fuck about that shit. So we don't care about breakdancing and graffiti and banjo and swing. We don't give a fuck about that shit. Except the Crips and Blood still square dancing though. We are the world's future culture. Eventually, everybody will try to be us, and everybody will change to our culture. We will never change to theirs. That's the difference. We are the center of the earth, nigga. We convert people. Our culture is the converter. Our culture makes everything normal. Without being influenced by us, you are weird. Your culture is weird. That's just how it is. Y'all got to come and adjust to us. When we go somewhere, we influence. We're not influenced by nobody. You have a few weirdos. You have a few Afrocentric people. You have a few people who want to be Caribbean. You have a few, but for the majority of nigga, people want to come here. People want to be us. People want to partake in our culture. People want to make our food. People want to copy our traditions. People want to celebrate our culture. We got holidays that they copy. We have Black history. They copy across the world. You know what I'm saying? Black history. Now they want to include themselves. Everything we do, they want to include themselves. Everybody wants to be part of our culture. White people copy us. That's all we got to say, really. What's that? White people copy us. All y'all going to follow. All y'all want to be white or proximity. Y'all either want to be white or be Black. No one wants to be Indian. No one wants to be a goddamn Asian. Even got Asian rappers now. Like, this shit is weird.